Grand Rising, everyone. Uh, Excuse me, let me fix my witch hat, aka turban. Wild day, I just took a salt bath and to cleanse the energy because I needed that. So I'm gonna have to do a quick video because I gotta get to the kitties, but because I didn't do one yesterday, I wanted to make sure I get something out. Now today, what I want to teach is because we're gonna get straight through it. What I'm going to teach today is the 7 powers of the divine feminine. I just felt like it was necessary to do that today because I feel like people don't understand the power of the divine feminine. So I'm going to give you the blueprint of it and what is restored and what she restores in us, which is the wisdom, Sophia's clarity, birth and creation, power to manifest, healing, body, herbs, and energy, balance, masculine and feminine union, sovereignty, inner kingdom, compassion, justice with mercy, and cosmic law, stars, times, and rhythm. So we're going to get into that's going to be the first one because there's going to be a series of, I believe it's going to be 4 parts, but we're going to do number 1, which is the power and the wisdom. Now, why was the wisdom removed? The original text, like Wisdoms of Solomon, Sophia of Jesus Christ, and fragments of the Gnostic writings, show that wisdom was not just a trait, but a divine being, Sophia. She was the first breath of creation, moving with the Creator, shaping order out of chaos, because you need the balance. Empire removed this because they didn't want people to see wisdom as a living spirit that could dwell inside us. They wanted us to believe wisdom only flowed through priests, popes, and approved voices. The message behind that, the wisdom, Sophia, is the inner compass. She whispers truth beyond dogma. She doesn't just teach facts, she unveils patterns, cycles, and the unseen. Wisdom is the union of knowledge and living experience and divine intuition. How was that distorted? The empire replaced Sophia with the church as the only authority for the Bible thumpers. They made wisdom something you had to obey from outside, not awaken from within. They portrayed Eve seeking wisdom as a rebellion, when in truth, it was initiation. How to reclaim that wisdom today? Ask Sophia to speak. Sit in silence, whisper, Sophia, open my mind, open my sight. Then watch for the patterns. Numbers, dreams, repeated signs are her language. Trust in a knowing. If it feels like truth in the gut, heart, it is. Read the suppressed text, not as dogma, but as whispers of what was silenced. Most importantly, teach others to think free. For the love of goodness, teach them how to think free. True wisdom doesn't enslave, it liberates. So when you keep going into that Bible and said, and chapter and thus and this is that and the third, please stop. Because you were slave in your own mind and you don't even know it. So on this, I just want to end this because like I said, this is a quick video. Family told me I need to make multiple videos and oh, I am now. And I get it because maybe too much information is too much to intake. So what I'm going to leave this video on is this. I want you to end with something that you can say out loud. And this is what it is. I call wisdom back into my bones. Sophia dwells in me. Guide my eyes to see, my ears to hear, and my spirit to remember what was hidden. The point is, don't care what book you're looking at. Don't care what book or text or whatever scroll that you're referencing. You cannot leave out the divine feminine. And for those masculines who's working on their feminine energy, to disrespect a woman because you want to go by the text of a book that has been re-edited, removed, and everything, you're going to get yours. And it ain't going to be nothing to do with me. And no, I'm not a witch. This is my turban. I cover my crown. Because I feel like I need to say that. What's the hair? Because I cover my crown. I am protected. My crown is going to always be protected. In some way, form, of fashion. Whether just a regular old wrap, a bonnet, it will always be protected. It's within me. And not only that, this just happened, which means that it was my time to start wrapping my hair and not being exposed. I'm not going to have my hair out and do all that and be wearing wigs. Been there, done that. This is new me. And I'm tackling my divine feminine. So if you have a problem with that, so be it. It's not my issue. It's something for you to worry about. And instead of you coming for people, how about you research? But I do want to lay one more thing down about Sophia. I just have this. I have to say this because I want to get a little bit more deep. I'm not going to make this long, but I do need to say this part. Hopefully it'll be under 20 minutes. If not, it'll be all right. So with power one with the wisdom of Sophia's clarity, what was removed was the living Sophia, And the suppressed wisdom of Solomon, Sophia of Jesus Christ, and other Gnostic writings, wisdom is not an abstract idea. She is a divine feminine presence who moves with the Creator to bring forth all things. Okay? They erased her as a co-creator and guide to humanity. By removing her, empire broke the bridge between humanity and our inner knowing, forcing people to rely on priests, popes, and councils of truth, as they say. Sophia's message was, wisdom is alive. Not just facts, but a spirit that dwells within us. She is the inner compass, the quiet voice that points us towards truth, even when authority says otherwise. Sophia doesn't just teach knowledge, she teaches sight, foresight. Seeing patterns, cycles, and the connections between heaven, earth, and self. Wisdom is the blending of three forces. It is your knowledge, which is the information. It is the experience, living through it, and the divine intuition, direct knowing without proof. Because we always got that intuition of when something is not right, right? Yeah, that's that divine feminine side. For the masculines who don't understand that and think it's just a male-based thing. No, when you have an intuition and you in a situation where something ain't right, that's your divine feminine side kicking in. How was it distorted by the empire? Authority theft. They replaced Sophia with the church, saying wisdom comes only through hierarchy. You know that's lies. Demonization of the feminine. They painted Eve's search for wisdom as rebellion when it was really an initiation to divine insight because she wanted to learn and know more. This is why we get called out when we start to speak on things. Like know your place, as we talked about in the other videos. You kidding me? Fear of free thinkers, because you know that we have a mind of our own and we see things differently. Anyone claiming inner wisdom was called heretic, witch, or dangerous. Obedience over clarity. They made wisdom about obeying rules instead of listening to spirit. Because we listen to what is inside and stuff like that, and we don't listen to what another human being saying. We're witches, we're all that. To check yourself. Now, how to reclaim wisdom in today's time? Ask Sophia directly. Yeah, the divine feminine, the divine feminine. Whisper in prayer or meditation, Sophia, open my eyes. Sophia, open my ears. Sophia, guide my path. And she will answer you through dreams, intuition, and synchronicities. As she always do, because it was 10:11 on the clock. The code. Now watch for patterns. Sophia speaks in numbers, repeating visions, animal messengers, and cycles. This is why a lot of us are so in tune with nature, because that's Sophia speaking to us and talking to us. Examples. Seeing the same numbers over and over, like 711, 333, is a reminder to pause and listen for a second. Because it could have been something that we thought about or questioned. Sophia is answering our question. That's all spirit. Trust in a knowing. When you feel the gut pull or heart vibration, that's wisdom moving in you. It often comes quiet and soft, unlike fear, which is loud and rushed, as we see with certain individuals who reference certain texts. Feel me? Study the suppressed texts. Read Wisdom of Solomon, the Book of Enoch, and Gnostic fragments like Pistis, Sophia, not to be enslaved by them, but to remember what was hidden. Because remember, they removed the books out of y'all stuff. Yeah, no questions, right? Y'all cool with that? Y'all okay? Okay. Teach others to think freely outside of the book. Everything is guided by y'all with the book, and it's still going on. That's why I said this is why spiritual people get so pissed. Because again, you're looking outside of what is really common sense, but y'all don't want to take it. Stuff is not coming from you from externally. It's with inside of you. But y'all don't want to hear that. So true wisdom frees. It doesn't cage like a booklet. Sophia doesn't demand blind obedience. She expands consciousness so each person becomes their own temple. The symbols and appearances of Sophia. Colors, which are deep indigo, gold, and silver, like the night sky with stars. Element, air and ether, the unseen breath of understanding. And if you're out in nature and you feel the air, you already know. If you experience certain things, even trees answer you, you'll understand that. But you got to get in touch with self. Y'all don't hear me though. Symbols, owl, sight in darkness, serpent, transformation of knowing, tree, root and branches as knowledge and connection. What's in your everyday life outside of the book? If you get your head out the book for a second and see what nature is providing you with answers and responses, if you're outside and you're talking and responding and it hears you, you can do better with life. Now, I want you guys to speak this out loud. And confirmation from the plane. Always. It's always confirmation. Not me doing it. Confirmation. Now speak this out loud. Again. I call wisdom back into my bones. Sophia dwells in me. Got my eyes to see. Got my ears to hear. Got my heart to remember. I reclaim the clarity that empire tried to bury. So it is. And so it shall be. So again, grand rising everyone, short little lesson, but just want to say one thing to the people who want to keep slapping that Bible in somebody's face. I need again to ask y'all, where did your Bible derive from? Where did they get the information from? Stop assuming spirituality is witchcraft and this is that and the third. No, we're trying to go back to essence, to source. Y'all want man-made stuff. We are not alike. And the problem is, y'all going to be the reason why y'all going to repeat the cycles as we are ascending. Again, like I say, you always say, you're going to learn. You're going to learn real nice about what's going to happen if you keep looking outside of yourself. And when realizing that the power was within you. So, Grand Rising, I speak truth. And y'all have a blessed and prosperous day.